but that's a different breed of
Guilty.
gamer. You know, that's a different breed of gamer where they're not. I'm going to use this. I'm not going to gatekeep. Please don't take this as gatekeeping. But it's a different breed of gamer where you play only one game and that's your lane and that's it. You don't really care about new experiences. You don't really want to play other new games. You want to be comfortable in what you have and that's it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what I would say to you lads is like the real kind of the McCoys are going to be the indie titles. Look for the ones that are under the radar, the ones that are made that are very clearly a labor of love. And I think the biggest thing as well is to accept that some games are going to be flawed, and they're not meant to be perfect. They are meant to be a bit of authorship to them. There's a bit of flair. There's a bit of intrigue. Like I'm not even thinking like one of the okay, a game that would have failed the elevator pitch was something like Papers, Please. And I would consider Papers, Please to be one of the best political games ever made. And do you know why? Do you know why it's one of the best political games ever made? Because you are the border patrol guard in an Eastern European country. That's your job. And you are literally doing the job. You are assessing that person if they're able to go into the country or not. And you have to be the one to decide if they are going to be banned from the country or they're arrested by the authorities. And there's terrorist strikes and all this stuff. But the overlay is all pixelated. It's all very like minimalist graphics and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because what they've done is they said, okay, we need to put in a time, like it's in a time period where technology is bad. So let's make it look bad. You know, it's you're a symbol of
Yeah.
Soviet brutality. Make the game fucking look that way. But you know what it is, what it means then? Because they've established that pretty basic aspect of it, it meant the whole game is played around you. The whole
What is happening
story.
here?
What's that?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Just had one hell of an orgasm.
Yeah.
I'm paying
basically,
this. I point out I'm paying attention to trying to pay attention to this, listening to Jonathan, and I'm also trying to pay attention to the fucking Ireland game. Who said men can't multitask?
I tell you, that's the thing, isn't it?
I can.
Yeah.
I can't do it well, but I can multitask.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is kind of a semi-scripted battle here, unfortunately. So it's a case where we can whittle Crystal Boy down to a certain degree, but then the kind of kayfabe kicks in after this. Then, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so like it's for new experiences. You're gonna be finding games that are of a substantially lower price because they are just generally lower production, and lower production does not mean bad game. It just means simpler game, more
Yeah,
straightforward,
100%.
more sustainable. Like there is going to be such a market for PS1, PS2 redos because they don't cost that much to make. You already have the source code, you already have this and that and the other. All you're doing is basically giving a new lick of paint and putting it out on the modern market. Like that's pretty fucking simple, lads. You know? So yeah, Game Gallery, ladies and gentlemen. Come for the tits, stay for the highbrow intellectual debate about video games.
I will say,
Have my half moon. Present moon attack.
Present attack.
it isn't that hard either to fucking put labor of love into AAA titles. It's just that you have to have the right studio to do it. Like Insomniac, Spider-Man 1 and 2 was made with love. And
Oh, yeah.
and it's also like I've gone through that game 3 times. I have not done that with a AAA title since Bioshock Infinite.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? And I didn't even really do it with fucking Grand Theft Auto. I just hit a certain point in the game. I set another save, and I went, well, I'll go back to that bit later on. Oh, right, now I can see what happens when I kill Trevor. Now I can see what happens when I kill Michael. Now I can see what happens when I kill fucking Franklin. Oh, there we go.
I think
the way it's grand.
Yeah, but again, the way I look at it is that I think the issue we always have with the AAA swords is that ultimately it's the publishers and it's the investors because like none of us know how to make a video game on that scale. And the one thing that does actually get missed in conversation, where you think it's just a case of like, oh, let's gather a whole lot of people together in a studio, let's start making a game and go from there. That doesn't pay for itself. It doesn't. Like, you don't have the you need to build capital, you need investors, you need people. So what you do have to essentially do is submit a business case and say, I want to do it like this. I want to make a game about this, blah blah blah. Here's our forecasted returns. Here's how much we think you're going to need to do it, and then you make the game that way. So when you were saying Aaron, like someone like Spider-Man, like that's a guaranteed sell. Like any investor, any kind of like anyone with any bit of capital is going to go, absolutely, I want a Spider-Man game because I know it's a
Yeah.
guaranteed return. But if the game is good, bad, or indifferent, you're getting your money back,
You're going to get a
and
guaranteed
some.
return. But the thing
Yeah.
is, as well, is that much like with the Avengers game, you're going to get a guaranteed return for maybe the first 6 weeks,
Yes.
first month. But it'll be clear very quickly. Like I got that game for free, by the way, and PlayStation Plus 1 month. I still wanted my money back for that month.
Yeah.
I have never been more disappointed with a game in my entire life. How hard is it to make a good game with Captain America, Iron Man, and the fucking Hulk, and Captain Marvel, which were the base players to play with the game? Or no, it's actually online after when you do kind of the first bit of the story mode. Get fucked.
Yeah.
We have Spider-Man in it. We can't really put the Insomniac Spider-Man in it. And we also don't really want to render a fucking face or get a proper voice actor to do it, or proper fucking AR actor to fucking do it. So guess what? He doesn't take off his mask in this universe. No one knows who Spider-Man is. Could be Peter Parker. We don't fucking know because they never actually say it is her. Now, in universe, it makes sense. He doesn't want to take off his mask because of the bad guys in the game. That actually makes sense. But Iron Man doesn't know who he is. Thor doesn't know who he is. The Avengers have been around in this universe for like 10 fucking years. That's just a fucking cop-out, lads.
But that's the thing. It's a cop. It's a contrivance to basically cover up the fact that there's some sort of legality or something that kind of dance around. And that again, that's the trouble you run into with doing.
I don't even think there
licensed
was
game like that.
legality with it. I think Sony was just like, yeah, use him. I don't give a fuck, use him because he wasn't available on the Xbox version.
Yeah.
Just use the Insomniac version. You already have him there. Pay your man fucking another 5 or 6 grand to just record another couple of lines and be done with it. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
And also, the worst thing was actually, I want to fuck tangent now. The worst thing about that Spider-Man wasn't even the fact that he didn't take off his mask, wasn't even the fact that in universe just about makes sense as to why that he won't. It's that you can web from anywhere on the map. So if you're out in the sky, he's hitting webs.
Sky. Yeah.
And says, that was a PS2 thing. Like, there's a reason why they added in the fucking flying mechanic in the most recent Spider-Man game, so you can get through wind tunnels, so you can get through fucking island to island faster. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so plots happening, ladies and gentlemen. So this is our.
I fucking forgot.
Well, Crystal Boy is dead because we shot our hand at him and it pierced his chest and broke his heart. So now we've retrieved our hand.
Cane Man.
Yeah, and now so this is Rado. This is the guy that we've heard in the little preamble before we left for the planets. So this is the basically the kind of the last ruling emperor of this planet, let's say, and apparently he has the ultimate weapon. Oh, plot twist.
Cane.
So this is Figaro from the who slaughtered all the nuns in the cathedral.
Oh yeah,
it's Roman Reigns.
There's a lot of OT crossover, has to be said.
Those Samoans just don't stop fucking doing it. It's like when you go on Twitter once every 6 weeks and find out Rikishi's got another fucking son on the Indies. It's like, lads, did you ever put it back in your pants even once?
If anything like that, I think all he's trying to do is basically try and book his own war games.
Yeah.
Or like, here's the 5 kids I like, and here's the 5 kids I don't particularly like. Fight for my love.
Here, one of them was playing fucking basketball in university. Now WWE's drafted her. Some fucking sister of one of them. I'm like, here. It's going to be the Samoan wrestling entertainment soon enough.
I mean, why not? Like, they the bloodline is there for a reason. They are actually quite good at this wrestling stuff.
Except for the women, for some reason.
Is he going to throw a lemon at us?
It's an egg.
Oh, it looks like a lemon.
Well, oh, there we go.
It was pointed out.
The Eye of the Lemon.
It was pointed out in Twitter today. Natalia is the last heart.
Yes.
Unless she's got kids, the bloodline with the Hart family is fucking done.
Yeah, it's finished.
That's
Ends with her.
mad.
Mm-hmm.
So, what that guy there is holding, that's the ultimate weapon.
What?
Someone has ruined the Barclaysman thing.
Why? What player have they
We're
done?
going down to Fabio Barini. He's not a Barclaysman. We're fucking like the bottom of the actually there is no bottom of the barrel anymore. We're
No,
in the
do you know what?
concrete
The worst thing is there are worse players, and once I see compilation of them, that's when we know we've hit the bottom.
There's actually one United player I could do as a Barclaysman. And I think it works.
By the way, lads, have either of you played Starfield?
No.
There's a free mod that they've released for Starfield that converts it into a Star Wars RPG.
Oh.
Free install called Star Wars Genesis.
Cool.
That looks fucking good, by the way.
Yeah.
I was going to say something there. Oh yeah, United's Barclaysman. There's only two I could possibly think of that could make that list. One of them is Diego Forlan, for the fact that he didn't really do much in the years that he was there, but by God, he was a great striker after he left United.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair.
And Chicharito, I think, is another one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Chicharito is a fucking is a good show, to be honest.
He was probably one of the most underrated players at United, if I'm honest.
Yeah, yes, he was. Well, he wasn't underrated by our fans. We all fucking loved him. We absolutely adored that man. He was so fucking good. He was. Solskjaer went out a couple of seasons later. We got him in, and it was like the perfect replacement for him in the long
run. So because we are now at the end game, so that ultimate weapon little egg thing, basically the reason it has an eye is that it copies, it basically like kind of like emulates whatever like weapons you have. So because Cobra is holding a sword, it made itself into a sword, and then he took his revolver out, and then it added a revolver into the helm of the sword. So essentially, it's now a sword. It is now a sword revolver, but it means it can also like. The whole point is that like, so let's say if you have like say an artillery gun, it sees the artillery gun and copies it. So now it's an artillery gun, sword, gun, and let's just say you have a massive spaceship. You can now make it a spaceship with a massive artillery, and you can see it kind of stacks and stacks and stacks from there. So that's why it's the ultimate weapon, because basically it can become any and all weapons at any given time. So while it would have been nice if it kind of went down the kind of proverbial Star Trek route and made the ultimate weapon some sort of like big galaxy cataclysm. It is just a fucking a ditto essentially. Like it just copies what it sees, which is I suppose better than what we were fearing.
My friend is in Thailand at the moment. No, she's in. I think it's Thailand. I think she's in Thailand at the moment. Cambodia, one of those South Asian countries, anyway. And she found a bar, an Irish bar. Can you name what it's? Can you guess what it's called?
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like something really unfortunate, like Cromwell's or something.
No. I'll narrow it down to 32 possible answers. It's named after a country.
Oh, it's gonna be called Londonderry.
No, that would be funny though. Actually, yeah. No, it's named Cork. And that's the name of it.
Just called
It's
Cork.
An Irish bar named Cork. No exclamation point or anything like that. Just
where's this?
Thailand.
It's somewhere in Thailand or Cambodia, one of those fucking South Asian.
I bet you it's a pedo bar because it's called Cork.
What did she find the other day? It was a fucking hostel around the corner from our house. Oh yeah, the Swastika Guest House. So
what?
I know that particular logo is peace when it's straight, but and she's found a lot of those places. When you go on the map in Japan, it's just fucking swastika city with all the temples there, right? But this is just straight up just called swastika guest house. She went to it and she said, "It's the logo. There's a lot of those logos there. It's not really hiding the fact that it's got those logos all over the place."
So, as you can see here now, our ultimate weapon has now become a spaceship. And in order to prove its supremacy, Figaro has just killed his partner in crime with his new fancy gun.
Fantastic.
But bear in mind, like incidentally, like if he wants to, he can now just copy a planet and weaponize that. So he can officially make a Death Star.
Galactus?
Well, he's a little bit.
No, not
like
Galactus. Galactus East planets.
He can do a lot of things now. That's the scary bit.
I suppose
he has everything at his disposal now. So this is why, like, okay, this is actually a bit of a problem now.
Oh! I got disallowed. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh my god, that would have been a fucking great goal at all. Oh, he was just offside. That's a fucking shame.
Oh look,
Who almost scored
again?
Who almost scored, Aaron?
It was Bene actually got a goal, and if it counted, it was fucking fantastic. Chested it down, let it bounce once, volleyed it right over the goalkeeper. Fucking fantastic. But it's a shame he was offside. Yeah, he was offside by a whisker. It's a shame.
Is he playing Sammy Smodics up front?
False 9.
Okay.
Somebody put on Facebook, 10 years ago, we'd have made a Facebook event named "Use the 13 billion euros to build one giant chicken roll" with 85,000 attendees and very few racist comments. And the first reply was, "We used to be a proper country."
We used to be a proper country, yeah. That is an objectively funny story, isn't it? It's like, oh shit, we have 13 billion. Now we have to use it.
Yes, let's stuff our pockets and fill it with 13 billion.
My life.
Can't though. That's the thing. Like, it's a tax.
I know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
they're going to say that they overspent for the last couple of years. That's going to make up for it. Then they don't have to fucking use it. That's what they're going to. I guarantee that's what they're going to say. Oh, I'm very sorry.
We know they didn't. What? Like, we know they haven't overspent, so they can't use that excuse either. Like, their budgets are fairly clear. So, like, yeah, they can't really.
Apple are going to turn around and say, "Yeah, we'll give you we're going to give you 500,000 for the next 23 years."
No, they have to give up the 13 billion from the get-go. I think they can't fuck around with this. The EU are very clear. Give them the money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but when we get it,
that was the deal. That was the deal.
Simon Harris is going to buy himself and build himself a new house out somewhere.
No, he's going to buy himself the biggest bike shed in the world.
Bike sheds, lads. I'm telling you, it's bike sheds. Bike sheds all the way down.
I mean, you couldn't have made it more obvious that you're laundering some money with that bike shed, because there was a company, I think I sent the picture in. There's a company that said, "Oh, we'll make an exact same one for 20 grand. We'll still make a profit."
Yeah. And it doesn't even keep the bikes dry.
No.
Like
the first job he fails on. I do like when you see something as daft as that, you do feel like it's being misreported in some shape or fashion. And at this stage, I kind of don't care because it's just objectively funny. It is just like it is a proper Irish politics story. It's like, of course we overspend on a bike shed. We overspend on fucking everything. They probably have so many it's so many consultations with everyone. It just spiraled, and everyone's
the legendary bandit.
Yeah,
and clothes.
That is a cutscene. Yep, we are done. Cobra has saved the day.
Thank God.
He saved the day with his massive psycho gun that blasted the ultimate weapon away. So
I never thought watching a game would feel like a punishment.
Well, so does that mean then that Cobra is the ultimate weapon?
Yeah, it is. You show that to people in fucking. If you go to Guantanamo Bay and make them watch that for 8 hours, they'll fucking speak.
Yeah.
No, please,
That
please.
would-
I can't take any more anime tits. I'll tell you what I want.
Forget about all the forced torture and the Chinese water torture, all that stuff. Make them watch Cobra for 8 hours. I guarantee you they'll speak.
Yeah. I mean, I am intrigued. I'd like to think that there is like a bad game wing of like of Guantanamo Bay
Yeah.
where like there's like okay, you want some recreation time? Grand. You have to play Superman 64. I was like, oh fuck, fuck you, fucking hell. Like,
Imagine that. Like, oh, look, lads, they've given us a Nintendo 64. Look, they've given us entertainment. Wait a minute. All they've given us is Superman 64. It doesn't
they've
even
let you.
support multiplayer.
Oh great, they've left us like the PlayStation 3. There's only one game on it, Kane and Lich 2. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, that's thanks. I hate it.
Killzone.
Anyway, so that's Cobra Space Adventure. We've made it to the end. We saved this. We saved the galaxy, and Cobra gets to ride again, literally and figuratively. Because he's such a cool dude. Don't think we've made. I don't know if we mentioned that part. Do you know what? If it's any consolation, lads, it's that like after the end of this video, we will never have to speak of Space Adventure Cobra again, ever again.
until the sequel comes out, and I actually want the sequel.
There's a oh. Oh no, it's back in bog form. This playthrough has gone on so long that someone has said, you know what? Let's bring back Cobra Space Adventure into the year of our Lord 2025. Let's do that. Because the one thing that people have been asking for was Cobra Space Adventure, clearly. Everyone's been asking for him. No one has been asking for him.
There must have been that must be a Japanese. There's straight up a Japanese.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah.
That game and just say, fuck
yeah.
Yeah.
Like again, we're I know we've been slagging off this game for to death here, but like this is a genuine manga franchise anime series in Japan. It's very Japan centric. Like it is essentially a kind of take on Star Wars kind of sci-fi kind of pulpy stuff anyway. It's just that this game in particular is just full of sleaze. It's not the best advertisement for the series, especially considering that like if you didn't know, you might have played this game in the States and thought, oh yeah, this is what Space Adventure Cobra is like. And then you realize, oh, this is a really contrived game with a terrible story. Okay, I guess I'll just avoid that one and just try something else like Cowboy Bebop, which at least had the temerity to not have a terrible game attached to it. Anyway, chaps, that is the end of probably one of our longest legs of the game gallery in our history. I don't think it's our longest game playthrough, but it's pretty close.
I think if people watch this from start to finish, they see wonder in our eyes. And as the episodes go on, the life gets slowly taken out of us. And by the end of it, we can't wait for the song to be fucking over.
Again, if the game just had some level of jeopardy, I think it actually genuinely would have been a more interesting watch. But the fact that every fight scene was predetermined like a fucking wrestling show, again, appropriate that wrestling was in this, and the plot basically just played itself until the end, where you actually did need to make decisions that were like life depending. Yeah, it would have been a bit more interesting. And again, the plot just wasn't that good. Like it just wasn't a good plot.
No,
it settled into a rhythm way too quickly, and while some of the characters are ironically funny, like Parrotgrass and Rock Knight, the ones who were taking the piss out of, and the Duckman, like it's not in jest with it. We are actively slagging the game off for being bad.
We actively hate this. This is not even fun anymore.
No. Again, I would be intrigued to see what the actual manga is like to compare it, and maybe this game just did it a disservice. But unfortunately, I am too busy to care for Space Adventure Cobra, so I will not be doing that. But in the meantime, lads, that means that we are now 2 out of 3 yikes done in this set of games, and we only have one game left to do.
I wonder what it is.
Oh, it's a real mystery, isn't it? I wonder, is it a game that we've already recorded and played up to this point?
I don't think so, no.
Yes, well, I can't tell if you're playing along, Dave, or you genuinely forgotten.
Play along with it.
For the love of God. Real. Kayfabe.
Play along with it.
Play along with it. What we're playing next. I have no idea what we're playing now.
Well, Dave, you'd be happy to know that we're playing. Then next time we're playing Night Trap on the channel.
Hey, I've been looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And you know what the great thing is? We're gonna fly you over, all expenses paid, over to
Oh, that ad revenue is really going up, isn't it? That's
oh
fucking
yeah.
going up, lad.
Oh
Get me
oh
back
yeah,
over.
absolutely. Like you're
Oh,
getting now you better
yeah,
fucking get
people
your shit
eating.
together because like that's like next week. So you're gonna have to leave
Woo.
now. So
Okay then.
if you leave now, then I can get I like Aaron can be paying the hold up book as well. So if I get him like a couple of days beforehand as well, we can kind of time the
Okay.
two together and coincide. I'm not giving you more booze. Fuck off, right? You've had enough. God, you're fucking tight. But but yes, on the channel next time we will be playing Night Trap as the final of our yikes. The one that actually did cause controversy in America because people really do love clenching their pearls, especially in the US Senate. But we're gonna find out if that game that caused all the controversy to begin with is actually that serious or not. I get the feeling that it actually wasn't.
Big huge spoiler alert. It's not.
It's not. No, but that's what's going to make it interesting is where because like you guys have never seen you obviously both of you have heard of Night Trap before, but you've never seen it in its natural habitat.
I actually had seen it before.
I haven't actually.
I was
Yeah,
aware of it and I had actually seen clips of it.
yeah.
That was
So
about it.
so you may have a notion of what to expect, but
Yeah.
and for anyone kind of curious about the semantics, we are going to be playing the original Night Trap version from the Sega CD as opposed to the 25th anniversary version that you can get out on Switch. So we're going back to the old days. We're going really old school for this one, and we're going to see if there's a hold up the test of time. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for enduring Space Adventure Cobra, and we'll see you next time when the controversy.
The light is down on my eyes from this; it'll never come back.
I thought you just had really lazy eyes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Space Adventure Cobra. Not even Canada's can improve this game. we suggest mushrooms in future.
Strong shrooms.
Yes, exactly. Or better yet, just don't play something else. Life is too short for these
Watch
games.
this video first, and we'll tell you why you shouldn't play it.
Exactly. We've done that. We've done it so you don't have to. Anyway, gentlemen, good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Good night, everybody.